Now here on Homechoir, we're no stranger to a concert. We've had folk festivals, we've had music hall madness, we've had all sorts, but this is a very special concert put together in July of last year to celebrate the end of a very successful year of music making. This is our classical and trad concert from the 21st of July 2021. You're going to hear music by Purcell, by Brahms, by Bach, and by Gilbert Sullivan, and many, many more. This was a great chance to bring together so many of the pieces that we'd enjoyed learning together over the last year. So here is our classical and trad concert. Make sure you're dressed appropriately. Please remember to save your applause to the end of each particular movement, and otherwise have lots of fun. A very good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Homechoir. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's our classical day, and because this is a week where I'm working for SIC Choir of the Earth, as they're now known, we're not going to learn a new piece this week. We will be learning a new piece next week, but we're going to sing through some of our pieces today as a bit of a concert. So just to remind you, this is our lovely new logo. It's designed for us by the great Mark Cease. And this is the programme for today, everyone. So you might have noticed, if you came along earlier on and looked at the list, I've added a couple of extra pieces. This is to fill the programme out a little bit. It was running a little bit short. So Dindidin, April is in my Mistress' face, Stab at Martyr by Pergolesi, in our deep vaulted cell by Purcell, Brahms, Am Gesteiner, Verdi, Vapencierro, Mendelssohn, I Waited for the Lord, and then finishing with Arthur Sullivan's The Major General Song with words by Mr. Gilbert. So lots to look forward to today. Reminder of what we've got coming up this week. So Fun Friday in a couple of days. Again, singing back through some of our favourites. The Breakfast Song, The Ride of the Witch. We'll actually revise that one because we haven't sung it since April last year. We just did it the once. So for many of you, it will actually be a new piece. It's great fun. On top of Spaghetti, The Big Rock Candy Mountain, Don't Dilly Dally on the Way. And then a lovely Sacred Sing to look forward to on Sunday when hopefully it'll be a bit quieter and a bit certainly a bit cooler. So lots to look forward to, as I say. Remember, we've got a weekly email newsletter that comes out now to you. If you'd like to sign up, visit homechoir.uk, click newsletter sign up at the top menu, fill in the form, and you're done. It might take a few minutes for the confirmation email to come through, but we're collecting all those email addresses, and we will be sending out the newsletter every week with a link coming up to those 4 lovely Sing and Send tracks. So looking forward to sending those to you now. We're going to go full screen. It is Marion's birthday today, so we're going to sing to her in just a minute, but let's get warmed up, shall we? Stand up for me, please, everyone. Thank you. Let's have the acoustic back on. Marvellous stuff. If I could ask you all to, those of you who are standing anyway, to plant your feet or shoulders width apart. You know the drill. Make your knees nice and soft. Swing your hips left and right. Feel that piece of string tied to the top of your head going all the way up to the ceiling, pulling you up to your full height. Take a couple of nice deep breaths in and out. And those of you sitting, perhaps enjoying a spot of lunch, well, maybe you can sit up as well. And we'll all warm up. And I say warm up, actually what we want to do is cool down. So let's take a nice deep cooling breath and sigh. Splendid. And again, and sigh. It's lovely to see so many people. Hello, Leslie. Hello, Julie. Lovely to see you. And just roll those shoulders around, please, everyone. Fabulous. And then up to your ears. Deep breath as you breathe out. Let your shoulders fall. Great stuff. Okay, so let's start. And let's sing Happy Birthday to Marion, everyone. Ready? 1, 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Marion. Happy birthday to you. Wonderful. And many, many happy returns of the day, Marion. Wonderful to see you. Thank you for being here. So, there's Sue as well. Lovely to see everyone. I'm going to turn that acoustic off. I think we're going to get straight into the music for today, folks. So our first piece, let me just get the slide lined up here. Our first piece is this lovely, lovely ancient song called Dindidin, which is a love song sung by a young woman who's betrothed to be married, and she's singing to the nightingale. Tell my lover that I can't marry him. I'm betrothed to another. beautiful, beautiful song. We first recorded this back in November of last year. And so I'm going to give you the notes. Now, this one doesn't have the score on screen, but it does have it in the description for those of you that want to follow along. Lovely, lovely piece this, sung by Anna and myself. Do enjoy. Here, everyone, is Dindidin.
Dindidin, 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 Danya, dindidin, din. Yemele Martin, Martin Atapella Prata. Encontré el Señor que cantaba sola rama, dindidin, din. Dindidin, 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 Danya, dindidin, din. Encontré el Señor que cantaba sola rama. Signor, fatemi questa imbaxata, din din din, din 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 din, Danya, din din din. Signor, fatemi questa imbaxata, indica mon ami che ei ha sua maritata, din din din, din 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 din, Danya, din din din.
Wonderful stuff. Actually, we're going to treat this afternoon's concert in a sort of Mendelssohnian way. Mendelssohn, whose music we'll be hearing a bit later on, introduced this idea of the anthology concert, where you go on a historical journey and you start with the earliest piece, and that is a very, very early piece. I think it's 14th, 15th century. And so we're going to follow that with a lovely madrigal by Thomas Morley. We've sung a few of his pieces on the channel recently. This one is called April is in My Mistress' Face. I'm going to put the score for this one up on the screen. A beautiful, beautiful melody, some lovely harmonies with an interesting message. April is in my mistress' face, and July in her eyes hath place. In her bosom is September, but in her heart a cold December. Mixed messages there from Mr. Morley. Well, let's enjoy the gorgeous April is in my mistress' face. So there are our notes, everyone. Sopranos and altos start there. Here is your score on screen. Now I need to switch to headphones, and your score will be along in just a moment. Here we go, everyone. Here's April is in my mistress' face. Such a lovely piece, isn't it? As I say, mixed messages, not the most romantic words, but the music is heavenly. And as Alison said, I sang this at school. My niece thought I was in a magical group. There's something very magical about madrigals, isn't there, everyone? Now, I also see we've been joined in the last few minutes by Patrick and Judith. Hello, Patrick and Judith. Hello to Jean as well. It's so lovely to see everyone. Janet's here too. Who else has popped up? Hello, Nina. Wonderful to see you all. And just stay cool All right, if it's too hot to sing, just enjoy the sound of it and join in with us when you can. So we're moving through the eras of history. We've had something medieval, we've had something very much from the Renaissance. So now we're into the Baroque era, my favourite era, as you probably know. And we're going to sing some music by my absolute favourite, Mr. Henry Purcell. And don't worry, it's not Pox on You for a Fop. We did that one on Friday. This one, actually, no, we're not going to sing Purcell. What am I talking about? We're going to sing Pergolesi. All right, we're going to sing Pergolesi, and then we'll sing Mr. Purcell. The Pergolesi Stabat Mater is a piece that we introduced only a few weeks ago, and it is just sublime. I can tell you, although I can't tell you exactly when, but we are absolutely planning to do this with SIC Choir of the Earth in 2022, and it's going to be the most wonderful course. The entire work is about half an hour, 40 minutes. It is for soprano and alto voices only, this version. But our version can be sung by sopranos, altos, tenors, and basses as well. We're going to sing the first movement, Stabat Mater Dolorosa. The mother stood by the cross, grieving by the cross. This is the story, after all, of the suffering of Mary as Jesus died for us. So we're going to sing the first movement of this. There was a lovely organ introduction. Those of you that watched the deep dive will know all about Pergolesi and will know all about these suspensions and these clashes that build and build and build, the tension that builds throughout this wonderful, wonderful work. So let's enjoy together the beautiful Stabat Mater, and then we'll have some Purcell. Here we go. Just the most sublime music there by the young Pergolesi. Died tragically young, as so many composers of the Baroque and classical and romantic era did, but left behind that incredible legacy of both a style of opera that changed the world. Now I'm not exaggerating there. His style of opera buffa, comic opera, was partly responsible for the French Revolution, and that immense contribution to church music. Wonderful work. As I've said, SIC Choir of the Earth will be performing that, all things going the right direction, in 2022. So we're going to move on to something now completely different, but from the same era. In Our Deep Vaulted Cell from Dido and Aeneas, another stunning work, this time by an English composer, as I said, my favourite, Mr. Henry Purcell. And this is a chorus sung by the witches who plot during Dido and Aeneas to bring down Queen Dido and her lover, unfortunately successfully. And there is this beautiful, beautiful chorus towards the middle of Act 2, where the witches all sing, "In our deep vaulted cell, a charm will prepare, too dreadful a practice for this open air." And because it's a big, echoey chamber, well, what you get is the echo coming back to you. So let's enjoy this. It's otherwise known as the echo chorus, "In Our Deep Vaulted Cell." So you'll hear the notes this time and see the score on screen. Here we go. Enjoy this one, folks. There we are, everyone. A gorgeous piece from Dido and Aeneas. We will be doing more from that opera as the months and years roll past. It's just sublime. If you haven't heard the deep dive that I did on Dido, do please go and look it up. It's got perhaps the best recording ever committed to CD, conducted by Andrew Parrott. Hugely influential, me as a musician, and just the most lovely piece. So everyone, let's contrast that. We're going to leap forward a century or two into the 19th century to the music of Johannes Brahms now. And this one, well, it's a really fast, furious movement from an otherwise rather sedate and rather lovely collection of pieces known as the Liebeslieder Walzer, the love song waltzes. And the vast majority of these, as I say, are quite slow and quite steady, a sort of ja, 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 that sort of feel. But this next one is absolutely a complete opposite to that, as the stone is washed by the water, and so you get this sense of this rushing river. So we get this Angestein rauscht die Flut. It's very, very fast. So there is our first note you get, and we're in. So be ready. If you've got your scores ready at home, that's great. Otherwise, you're going to have to quickly find where your part is and jump in. We might even sing this one twice. So here we are for the first time of asking. Here is Am Gesteine by Brahms. Enjoy, everyone.
Am Gesteine rauscht die Fels, Leben. Am Gesteine rauscht die Fels, Leben. Werde nicht zu seufzen weiß, werde nicht zu seufzen weiß. Lernt es unternehmen, werde nicht zu seufzen weiß, werde nicht zu seufzen weiß, lernt es unternehmen.
There you are. Blink and you miss it. I think, well, let's treat ourselves to one more sing through that. If you didn't learn it, do go back and watch it. Of course, you can find any of these pieces by looking on our channel, looking on our website. If you search Homechoir and the name of the piece, if you can't find it, search Quarantine Choir and the name of the piece, and you'll find it. All the teaching is there, of course. As always, it's free. So let's have that just one more time. So, okay, it's the tenors who lead off. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. Second time of asking. And
Angesteine auf die Fels, Hilfe Leben. Angesteine auf die Fels, Hilfe Leben. Wer da nicht zu seufzen weiß, lernt es unternehmen. Wer da nicht zu seufzen weiß, lernt es unternehmen.
well done, everyone. There's people saying I can read tiny notes, but not tiny notes and tiny German text. Well done, everyone, for just holding on for Grim Death with that one. It's a great piece. And do consider going back, getting the score, watching the teaching for it. We will be doing some of the slower movements from the Liebeslieder Waltz in a few months, and just hope you enjoyed it. And I said, you sneeze and it's gone. Absolutely. Well, something that we can't sneeze and it's gone is our next piece, which is Vapencierro from Nebucha. Now, those of you who are with SIC, who are on my recent opera course, will know this one very well indeed. It's also one of the earliest pieces that we did when we were Quarantine Chorus. I think it was the third or fourth piece that we ever learnt. And I asked my dear friends at Opera in a Box, which is a wonderful West of England based opera company, to record for me in isolation, and they did. And so with Opera in a Box, do please enjoy and sing along and sing from the heart Verdi's wonderful and immortal Vapencierro, Fly Thought on Wings of Gold. Here we go.
Sweet, sweet,
Absolutely marvellous. Well done, everyone. For those of you in SIC, a little extra rehearsal there, as Alison has just said. And you know what? What's really interesting is having spent a week teaching that to SIC, and I thought I knew it well. I know it so much better now. I'd be interested to hear how many of you sang along. You didn't need to look at the words, didn't need the score. You know, how many of you know that one in here now? Fantastic. Well done, everyone. So it's now time for you to do some singing for me. A lot of this has been myself and Anna and my friends at Opera in the Box. Well, now this is time for Homechoir. We're going to sing I Waited for the Lord by Mendelssohn. And this was one of our fantastic Sing and Send projects. Sing and Send will be back in September when we resume. Remember, we're going to be off for the last 3 weeks of August, everyone. We're going to take a much needed holiday, get the website polished up. There'll be all sorts of fantastic things on the website, including being able to find any song that we've done with all of its resources, scores, videos. At the touch of a button, jump straight to it. There's been a team of people working behind the scenes collecting all of that data, and those of you out there, you know who you are. Thank you for all of that hard work. But now we're going to hear, as I say, from everyone with the score on screen, a very special performance. Means a lot to me, this one. So let's enjoy I Waited for the Lord by Mendelssohn. Here we go.
Thank you.
Well, everyone, what a gorgeous piece. Apologies for the little sound issue in the middle there. I had a little crash going on my computer. Thankfully, it didn't spoil the whole thing. Let me give you a round of applause. Well, let you give yourselves a round of applause. Well done, everyone. Encore, encore, they say, everyone. Encore, well. Although it is planned, I think we should have just one more. And if you do need to go, I completely understand. It is past. But for those of you that can just grant me just a couple more minutes, let's finish today with something that will leave us with a big smile on our face and hopefully a great big earworm stuck in our head. Let's finish with the Major General song from Pirates of Penzance. Now, I did record this one entirely, so I should be singing along with myself. There's so many little intricacies in this one. I haven't yet found the courage to sing this one live, but yeah, we'll work up to it. Let's have a go at this. Now, if you don't fancy singing along with the Major General, then sing along with the bits in bold, okay? Clasping your hands like this and bobbing up and down with many cheerful facts about the square and the hypotenuse. Just like that, please, everyone. And thank you so much for coming along today. If you're in SIC, we'll be online in about 25 minutes, so I think we need to get a move on. Time for the Major General. Here we go, everyone.
The very model of a modern Major General. I've information, vegetable, animal and mineral. I know the kings of England and I quote the facts historical. From Marathon to Waterloo in order categorical. I'm very well acquainted too with matters mathematical. I understand equations both the simple and quadratical. About binomial theorem I'm teeming with a lot of news. With many cheerful facts about the square, ready? With many cheerful facts about the square and the hypotenuse. With many cheerful facts about the square and the hypotenuse. Many cheerful facts about the square and the hypotenuse. I'm very good at differential calculus. I know the scientific names of beings and imalculus. In short, matters vegetable, animal and mineral. I am the very model of a modern Major General. In short, matters vegetable, animal and mineral. He is the very model of a modern Major General.
Next verse.
I know our mythic history, King Arthur's and Sir Caradox. I answer hard acrostics, I've a pretty taste for paradox. I quote in elegiacs all the crimes of Heliogabalus. In conics I can floor peculiarities parabolous. I can tell undoubted Raphael's and Jared Dowson's Ophanes. I know the cricking chorus and the frogs of Aristophanes. Then I can hum a fugue of which I've heard the music's dinner for. And whistle all the airs from that infernal nonsense pinafore. And whistle all the airs from that infernal nonsense pinafore. And whistle all the airs from that infernal nonsense pinafore. And whistle all the airs from that infernal nonsense pinafore. Then I can write a washing bill in Babylonic cuneiform and tell you every detail of Caractacus's uniform. In short, he matters vegetable, animal and mineral. I am the very model of a modern Major General. In short, he matters vegetable, animal and mineral. He is the very model of a modern Major General.
Let's break it down. Here we go.
In fact, I know what is meant by Mammon and raveling. When I can tell at sight a mouse a rifle from a javelin. When such affairs and sorties and surprises I'm more wary at. And when I know precisely what is meant by commissariat. When I have learned what progress has been made in modern gunnery. When I know more of tactics than a novice in a nunnery. In short, when I've a smattering of elemental strategy. I have it. You'll say a better Major General has never strategy. You'll say a better Major General.
Rode a horse, dear boy, rode a horse.
Strategy. Has never sat a strategy. For my military knowledge, though I'm plucky and adventurous, has only been brought down to the beginning of the century. But still in matters vegetable, animal and mineral, I am the very model of a modern Major General. But still in matters vegetable, animal and mineral, he is the very model of a modern Major General.
Galloping away, everyone. On your GGs. Strategy, you know.
Well done, everyone. Many thanks. Have another round of applause. You've earned it. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Well, everyone, so great to see you. Thank you so much for coming along today. If you like what we do, well, as I say, consider subscribing. Give us a like. If you want to support us on Patreon, every penny really helps keep the lights on, keeps this channel running. And just thank you to everyone who supports us. We really do appreciate you. I see we've had lots of people join us during the broadcast. Hello to Lisa and your mum. Just lots of love to you. And to anyone else who I haven't said hello to today, lots of love to you. Come along on Friday for our Fun Friday faves. And we'll have a great sing to see off the week. Now, I've got to get ready. I've got to go and rehearse with the tenors now for SIC. I just need to let you know that my boy Bobby has been down here the entire time. He's been good as gold. And so let's have a quick round of applause for Bobby. Bobby, do you want to stand up and say bye-bye to the people? Here he is. Bye. So bye. So he's been ever so good. So there's the camera. So we're going to wave and say bye-bye, and we'll see you soon, folks. Ready? So we're going to say bye, see you soon. You ready? Bye. See you soon. Take care, folks.